How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. Also got to put in the disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. So just know when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. So today we're going to be talking about Palantir. I know it's been a while since I've given you guys an update, but you already know these are also one of my high conviction plays. So before we waste any more time, let's get into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below in the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're considering to take a position, I suggest you watch the full entire video. So the first thing we're going to be going over is a technical analysis. What we're doing, we're taking a look at the price action. When I brought this to your attention and I was saying, hey, stocks are load upon when they were dipping, I was saying, hey, if you can get Palantir in the $20 range or in the $19 range, things will be looking good for you. And look, here we are. So anyone who had any short-term goals or doing some swing trades, you definitely had some opportunity to have some profits. But what we're going to be finding out is there's still more room for upside, and will this stock actually pull back? And that's why we do the technicals. And then secondly, we're going to be taking a look at the short interest information. We want to know, what is the overall market sentiment? Is it positive? Is it negative? Are they saying that, you know what, Palantir is overpriced? Well, you know what, we're going to be finding out, because this is going to have an impact on the stock and it's going to contribute to its overall volatility. And then when that's done, we'll be getting into the final thoughts, where I'll just give you guys how I'm feeling about Palantir and as well as some more details. So let's get into it. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for Palantir. So let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $24.17, being down 0.86% on the day. On the low, it tested $24.17, then on the high, testing $24.74. So when I was bringing Palantir to your attention, I was saying, hey, it'd be a great opportunity if you could load up anywhere in the 20 or the 19 area. And of course, it has been running up quite a bit. I know many of you have a lower cost than that. You're able to get in on these dips right here. My hat's off too if you're able to pull this off as well. So the chart they're actually taking a look at, sorry, I just wanted to clear that up, is actually the 1-year daily chart. So when we take a look at our indicators here, it is well above the 21-day EMA. And if it wasn't for the volatility that we had today, I could have definitely seen it actually getting past the 100-day here right at $25.20. So you can see it's kind of pulled back a little bit. But one of the things that we can take notice of, and we are seeing, this $25 area is not only a psychological level for Palantir, but we do know that there's going to be some resistance. But once we're able to get past this particular area, definitely looking forward to seeing a strong move getting to 26. Once we get past 26, then I'll be looking forward to see that move going here all the way to 27. So if we take a look at the RSI down below, it's at around 61. So it's getting close. You know what? It's pretty much in that overbought territory, because as we know, anything 70 or higher. So it is approaching there. So just taking this into consideration, and this is a growth stock, pullbacks are actually inevitable. So if you want to get in, say if you're thinking about getting into a new position or you want to bring your average cost down, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back down to $22 or back into the low 20s here. And these are definitely great opportunities where I would look at adding. As far as from my position, I was able to really solidify myself right here around $20. And if it does decide to pull back further than that, then you know, of course, I'm going to be adding. So for the most part, just look out for those areas of resistance there. And as far as areas of support are concerned, I'd want to see how well Palantir could actually hold up around this 23.50 level, right? So this 23.50 will be very interesting, because if that level does ever end up breaking, then this is where we can get quickly into 22. So we're on Fintel. We're going to be taking a look at the short interest information for Palantir. So when we take a look at the short volume ratio, it is at 14%. So this is definitely looking good. I've seen Palantir being way above this in the past, but we'll get into that as we scroll. So short shares availability is at 10 million, updated 11 minutes ago, and the short vol free rate is at 0.25%. So like I was saying previously, you could see it ended up seeing some highs here on June the 1st, being as high as 19.17. So seeing it at 13.89, or just calling that 14, and also being up from the previous day where it was at 12.62. So there's definitely a lot of back and forth going on when it comes to the short volume. But one thing to do keep in mind of the fact that as far as being at 14%, yes, that does mean that there's some negative sentiment around the stock, but do keep in mind this is a growth stock that comes with a lot of volatility. So with that volatility, you're going to end up having just a lot more short interest. So the fact that it's at 14% and it has been higher in the past, things do look pretty good. So it'll be interesting to see what the results are going to be for the short volume ratio later on in the evening. So for my final thoughts for Palantir, yes, it's still going to continue to be one of my high conviction plays. 1 year from now, 2 years from now, I see a lot of upside for this stock. You also got to understand the industry that it's in. I feel like it's definitely going to be growing, especially from now and to the next 5 years and beyond. What are we talking about? We're talking about artificial intelligence and as well as data analytics. Yes, Palantir is well known for getting governmental contracts. Most recently, they renewed their contract with the CDC, and as well as, they work a lot with the United States Department of Defense. So taking all of this into consideration, and Palantir has been doing work and has been moving forward to get contracts as well as with non-governmental organizations, so more so private companies, is one thing to also take a look at. So as they begin to gain more momentum and some more steam, I could see Palantir stock actually going up even further, especially in the short to medium term. Do keep in mind, yes, it has moved up quite a bit since I told you guys to add to your position, but since this is a growth stock at the end of the day, there's a good chance that this stock is going to be pulling back. So take advantage of those pullbacks if you have high conviction, just like myself, but of course you want to do your homework and as well as your due diligence. So with everything that I took into consideration, you're probably asking, so what is the short interest like? So the short interest used to be a lot higher in the past, but now it is a lot lower. Could that mean that, a lot of shorts ended up covering their positions? Yes, one thing we do know, and when we've seen in the past, as far as the short interest, market sentiment is a lot better for Palantir overall in general, even though of the fact that it has been going on quite the run. But we've seen the 52-week high. We see there's so much more room for it to move. So if it continues to make those moves to the upside, I know for a fact that short volume ratio will continue to go up. Also do know we also have the CPI data that's going to be coming out on Thursday. So there's going to be even more volatility. So please be patient if you're thinking about getting into this play as far as for short to medium goals, like a swing trade or a day trade and so forth. Kind of see how the market kind of reacts to it and also digest the information and then go about having your game plan. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and we'll be talking real soon.